So students, we are going to study the first chapter of your Honeydew book, that is the best Christmas present in the world. The writer of this lesson is Michael Morpurgo. And before starting the chapter, let's talk about the characters. Mr. Jim McPherson. First character is Mr. Jim McPherson. He is the officer of British Army. He is the officer of British Army. British officer आर्मी के जो है ऑफिसर होते हैं. मिसेज कोनी मैकफर्सन, शी इज द वाइफ ऑफ मिस्टर जिम मैकफर्सन. And third character is Hans Ulf. Hans Ulf is the officer of German army. Students, this story is based on the First World War. That was fought in 1914. 1914 में जो पहला विश्व युद्ध हुआ था, उसी से रिलेटेड कहानी है जो इस चैप्टर में हम पढ़ेंगे. And this chapter is divided into 3 parts, students. So I will also teach this chapter to you in 3 parts. So before starting the chapter, these were the few basic things I have written. You can note it down, or it is, if you have the book or ebook, these things are also available in your book. So you can also note it down from there. So let's start the first part of this chapter, students. First, part 1, and the first heading is author bought a roll top desk. I am going to explain you through the points that will help you to understand the chapter without much confusion. Author buys, or you can say bought, Now students, you can see one word has been used, clumsily. So clumsily means not properly. So one of the leg of the desk was not no, clumsily mended. It means that it was not properly repaired. It was in the bad condition. जो रोल टॉप डेस्क होता है वो बैड कंडीशन में होता है. एक जो उसकी लेग होती है वो टूटी हुई कह सकते हो आप, टूटी हुई होती है. ऊपर का पूरा हिस्सा टुकड़ों में हुआ होता है. स्टिल फिर भी अथर डिसाइडेड टू बाय दिस रोल टॉप डेस्क. इस अथर जो है उस रोल टॉप डेस्क को खरीदने का निश्चय करता है, बिकॉज इट वॉज अवेलेबल फॉर, और यू कैन से गोइंग फॉर द लिटिल मनी, क्योंकि वो उसे बहुत कम पैसे में मिल रहा था. मोर अथर ऑल्सो थॉट दैट ही कैन रिपेयर ऑल दिस डिफेक्ट्स. जो उसमें कमियां है, अथर जो है उसको आसानी से क्या कर सकता है, वो उसको रिपेयर कर सकता है. सो दिस वाज दिस ऑल दिस इंफॉर्मेशन वर इन द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ. स्टूडेंट्स, अथर बॉट ए रोल टॉप डेस्क. रोल टॉप डेस्क खरीदने ब्रिडपोर्ट जाता है, वहां पे एक रोल टॉप डेस्क को देखता है. ऑल्दो द रोल टॉप डेस्क इज नॉट इन गुड कंडीशन, अच्छे कंडीशन में नहीं है, स्टिल फिर भी वो उसे खरीदना चाहता है, बिकॉज इट वाज अवेलेबल फॉर वेरी लिटिल मनी, कम पैसे में वो उसे मिल रहा होता है. एंड ऑल देयर वर फ्यू डिफेक्ट्स, कुछ उसमें डिफेक्ट्स भी थे, बट ही थॉट दैट ही कैन रिपेयर इट. उसको लगता है कि मैं इसे रिपेयर कर सकता हूं. सो दिस वाज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट. स्टूडेंट्स, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द सेकेंड पॉइंट. Second point is start repairing it on Christmas Eve. Now students, what is the meaning of Eve? First you need to understand Eve का meaning क्या होता है. Let me tell you. Christmas Eve. Eve is, you can say it just before the day of the the date or holiday has been mentioned before it. Like if it has been written here that Christmas Eve, so one day before Christmas. If I write Diwali Eve or Holy Eve, so it means one day before the Holi or one day before the Diwali. Similarly, Christmas Eve means one day before the Christmas. So in this paragraph, we will study that when he starts repairing it, first of all, he removed all the roll top desk. जो roll top desk का जो ऊपर का हिस्सा होता है, उसको पूरी तरह से remove कर देता है. Then he saw that veneer were lifted everywhere. Veneer, students. This word has been used. It means its meaning has been also given in your book. It's means a thin layer of plastic. जैसे कोई नई चीज जो लकड़ी का या लोहे की बनी होती है, तो उस पर प्लास्टिक की एक पतली सी चादर, थिन लेयर आप देख सकते हो, टू प्रिवेंट इट फ्रॉम बीइंग डैमेज. उसको डैमेज होने से बचाने के लिए लगाई गई होती है. सो बिनीर वर लिफ्टेड एवरीवेयर. उस जो रोल टॉप डेस्क का जो बिनीर था, जो प्लास्टिक की जो थिन लेयर थी, वो सभी जगह उखड़ी हुई थी. एंड author thought that it was due to the water. ये water की वजह से हुआ था. And he also observed that, he saw that the fire and water had taken its toll. Taken its toll means student has damaged the roll top desk. Fire और water की वजह से जो roll top desk था वो damage हुआ था. So when he was removing all the drawers, while repairing it, when the author was removing all the drawers, the last drawer were stuck fast. Students, जो last drawer था, जो लास्ट ड्रॉवर था वो तो बिल्कुल स्टक था, मतलब वो इजिली वो ही वाज नॉट एबल टू पुल इट आउट, वो उससे पुल नहीं कर पा रहा था. सो ही यूज्ड हिज फोर्स एंड व्हेन दिस ड्रॉवर वाज रिमूव्ड, जब वो ड्रॉवर हटा, ही सॉ ए स्मॉल टीन बॉक्स, स्मॉल ब्लैक टीन बॉक्स. उस ड्रॉवर में उसको एक जो है ही फाउंड ए स्मॉल ब्लैक टीन बॉक्स उसे मिलता है. एंड एव टॉप ऑफ इट, उसके ऊपर जो है सेलो टेप्ड, सेलो टेप से एक नोट जो है वो चिपकाया गया होता है. First he found a small black tin box, and on the top of it, uh, with the cello tape, a piece of paper was cello taped, you students, on which it was written that last letter of जिम मैकपर्सन रिसीव्ड। वो जो सेलो टेप जो एक नोट के ऊपर जो नोट को चिपकाया गया होता है, उस पे लिखा हुआ था दैट जिम्स लास्ट लेटर रिसीव्ड, जिम का जो है लास्ट लेटर मिला था, एंड व्हेन इट वाज रिसीव्ड द डेट इज स्टूडेंट्स 25 जैन 1915। इस डेट को जो है जिम्स मैकफर्सन का जो लेटर जो उन्होंने कोनी अपनी वाइफ कोनी मैकफर्सन के लिए लिखा था, so she had received that letter on the 25th Jan 1915। ये उन्होंने लेटर के ऊपर बॉक्स के ऊपर लिखकर सेलो टेप से जो है उसको चिपकाया था। Now let's talk about when the author saw this, the author thought that it will be little bit wrong of me to open the box and read the letter। ऑथर को लगा कि अगर मैं उस लेटर को पढ़ता हूं तो इट इज समथिंग प्राइवेट, ये किसी की प्राइवेट लेटर है, एंड आई शुड नॉट रीड इट, मुझे इसको पढ़ना नहीं चाहिए। बट स्टिल एक्साइटमेंट गॉट बेटर ऑफ हिज स्क्रपल्स स्टूडेंट्स। यहाँ पे एक वर्ड मीनिंग आपको मिलेगा, SCRUPLES, स्क्रपल। स्क्रपल मीन्स फीलिंग दैट प्रिवेंट यू फ्रॉम डूइंग द रॉन्ग थिंग्स। जब भी हम कोई गलत काम करने जाते हैं और एक फीलिंग जो हमारे अंदर आती है जो हमें गलत काम करने से रोकती है, दैट इज द स्क्रपल्स स्टूडेंट्स। सो ऑथर कह रहा है कि आई डिड नॉट वांट टू रीड इट, बट एक्साइटमेंट दैट व्हाट must be written in that letter, that excitement got over my scruples, means इस मेरी फीलिंग से वो विजय प्राप्त कर लिया और मैं अपने आप को उसको पढ़ने से नहीं रोक पाया। So all these things were in this part students। author जब रिपेयर करने जाता है तो he saw that the most of the part of the desk was damaged due to the water and the fire, and when he was removing the drawer, in the last drawer he found a small black tin box on which it was written in a piece of paper that Jim's last letter received, and when it was received on 25th January 1915। So authors, when now let's talk about the there is one more small paragraph। So authors, when he opened the box, tin box, he saw that there was an envelope, एक envelope भी उसको मिलता है जिस पे एक एड्रेस लिखा होता है, and address is that Mrs. 12 Copper House, Beaches, Dorset। ये जो है इवनलप पे एड्रेस लिखा हुआ था जो जिम मैकपर्सन ने लिखा था, बिकॉज ही हैड सेंट दिस लेटर टू हिज वाइफ। सो 12 कॉपर हाउस, बीचेस, डॉर्सेट, उन्होंने ये लेटर लिखा था इस एड्रेस को, एंड he had written this letter on 26 December 1914। it is not clear, okay। he has written this letter on December 26 1914। December 26 1914 को he had written this letter to his wife Connie MacPherson। So these were 2 points in the first part of the story students। Author bought a roll-top desk। Why did he buy it? I have told you the reason। After this he started repairing it, and while repairing it he found a small black tin box in which there was a letter। So I think it should be clear to you। And when one more important point is that the last letter of Jim MacPherson had been received to Connie MacPherson is that 25th January 1915, and when this letter was written by the Jim MacPherson, December 26 1914, and the address you can also remember, that was the 12 Copper House, Beaches, that was in the Dorset students। So students, before moving towards the second part of the story, there are 2 small questions, so let's also take those questions। That first question is, what did author find in a junk shop? What did author find in a junk shop? I think it should be not a very difficult question to to be answered. It's quite simple. What did Arthur find in the junk shop? So your answer can be that the author found a roll top desk in the junk shop. It's quite simple. And the second question is that what did he find in the secret drawer? What do you think? Who do you think had put it there? Secret drawer में जो है author को क्या मिलता है? What did he find in the secret drawer? He found a small black tin box in the secret drawer. You can write this answer. And who do you think had put it there? कौन वहां पे रखा होगा? So obviously the author wife Connie MacPherson had put it there. You can write this answer. So these two questions were there from this first part of the story. I think it should be clear to you. Let's talk about the second part of the story, students. It is little bit lengthy. First point in this one is that it started on Christmas morning. Now you know that students, author had found the letter, and now he had started reading that letter, students. So now the letter had started with dearest Connie, because the Jim MacPherson had written this letter to his wife. So he had written that dearest Connie, what I am going to write, and something wonderful things had happened today. कुछ बहुत अजीब सी अच्छी चीज हमारे साथ हुई है, एंड विच आई वॉन्ट टू शेयर विथ यू, जो मैं तुम्हारे साथ जो है वो मैं शेयर उसको करना चाहता हूँ. सो what wonderful things had happened, it had started, or you can say it had happened on the Christmas morning, students. क्रिसमस की सुबह में वो चीज हुई थी. क्या हुई थी? लेट्स स्टार्ट reading. So wonderful thing that had happened, it was that the British soldiers were standing in their trenches on the morning of Christmas, students. British जो soldier थे वो अपने trenches में खड़े थे. Now you can also need to know, you also need to know the meaning of trenches. Trenches is the small you can say hole dug in the earth, जो धरती के अंदर कुछ गड्ढा खोदा गया होता है, जिसमें soldiers जो अपने को protect करने के लिए खड़े रहते हैं. और so this is called trenches, students. So British soldiers were standing in the trenches. Everything, all surrounding was very quiet. सब कुछ बहुत शांत था. All of a sudden, one British soldier saw that a white flag was being waved. कोई white flag जो है वो wave कर रहा था from the opposite side. You can say from the German side. And after that, after some time, they saw that, British soldiers saw that now they were shouting. They had started shouting. Who had started shouting? The German soldier had started shouting. They had started wishing Happy Christmas to the British soldiers. German soldier जो है वो British soldiers को Happy Christmas जो है वो wish करना start कर दिए थे. Now students, there are two words which also you need to know. First is Fritz. This word F-R-I-T-Z, Fritz. This word has been used for the German soldiers. For German soldier. Fritz words has been used for the German soldiers. And second one is Tommy. Tommy word has been used for the British soldiers. So the Fritz soldiers, or you can say Fritz, had started wishing Happy Christmas to the Tommies. Tommies means British soldiers. And it was very unexpected, students, because you know that you are fighting against each other. You are fighting a war against each other. And all of a sudden, if somebody starting and start behaving like a friend, so it's quite surprise for anyone. So British soldiers के लिए बिल्कुल surprise था. And Jim MacPherson also tells to his wife that it was something that I would have loved to see from our side. वो चाहते थे कि जो चीज जर्मन ने शुरुआत की थी, मैं चाहता था कि हम शुरू किए होते. That I know आई वुड हैव फेल्ट वेरी प्राउड। अगर उसको स्टार्ट किया होता तो मैं बहुत प्राउड फील करता, बट आई एम वेरी असेम्ड, मुझे शर्म आ रही है ये कहने में कि दैट इट वाज स्टार्टेड बाय द फ्रीड्स, इट वाज स्टार्टेड बाय द जर्मन सोल्जर्स। ये जो सभी चीजें जो हैं जो एक दूसरे को विश करना शुरू किए थे, ये चीज जो है फ्रीड सोल्जर्स, जर्मन सोल्जर द्वारा स्टार्ट की गई थी। Now students, after that there was no stopping. After that some of the German soldiers started coming out of their trenches. वो अपने trenches से जो है गड्ढे से बाहर आने लगे, and from no man's land, no man's land. It is a very important word students. It is used in the war. No man's land is a place or area you can say where it does not belong to any side. युद्ध का वो एरिया जो किसी भी साइड से बिलोंग नहीं करता है, जिसपे किसी भी साइड का अधिकार नहीं होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड नो मैन्स लैंड. सो many German soldiers started coming from the no man's land and they started wishing very happy Christmas to all the British soldiers. After that there was no stopping, they started meeting each other. For Tommy McPherson, for some time he thought that he should stop, it could be a trick. उनको लगा कि ये धोखा हो सकता है, ये दुश्मन की चाल हो सकती है, but it was nothing like this students. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था. So finally he did not stop his soldier as well. वो British soldiers को भी नहीं रोके, and now they had started meeting each other. अब वो एक दूसरे से जो है, जो दोनों सैनिक है वो मिलना शुरू कर दिए. Now one of the German soldier, you can say students, had along with him he had snaps you can see in your book. This is snaps, this is the German drink students, you can say. And sausage, one side we have snaps, we have the sausage, so let's enjoy it. One of the German soldiers said that we have snaps, we have the sausage, so it is not time to fight, it is time to enjoy. So they start enjoying each other students. So this was in the first point student. It started on the Christmas morning. What started? I have described that first of all the British soldiers started waving the flag, then they started wishing British soldier happy Christmas. After that the British soldier also started them, replied them back by wishing them happy Christmas. So this is the first point. I think it should be clear to you. Let's talk about the second point. It is Hans Ulf and Jim McPherson introduced each other. After that, since the army of the both side had started celebrating the Christmas, now that was time for the Hans Wolf, who was the officer of the German army, and the Jim McPherson, who was the officer of the British army. Now they started talking each other. First, Hans Wolf came to the Jim McPherson and he shook hand with him. उनसे हाथ मिलाता है and he wished him happy Christmas. And he told him that before joining the army or before joining the German army, he was a cello player in orchestra. Where it was, he was in a Dusseldorf. Yes, this is the place. So this is the name of a place student which is in Germany. ये जर्मनी में एक place है Dusseldorf. So Hans Wolf was a cello player. Cello is one type of instrument that is played, music instrument. Cello player in the orchestra in the Dusseldorf. He introduced himself and he told that I was a cello player before joining the German army. Now, similarly, Jim McPherson, also told him that I was a school teacher. Jim told him that he was a school teacher. Where he was a school teacher? In Dorset. So I think this point should be clear to you. Before Hans Wolf, before joining the German army, he was a cello player in orchestra in Dusseldorf, Germany. And Jim McPherson was a school teacher in Dorset before joining the British army. I think both should be clear to you. One more point you can note it here, student, that khaki. Khaki, you can say, what German soldier are in khaki. German soldier are in no British soldier. Sorry, British soldiers are in khaki, and German soldiers are in grey coats. So you need to keep this point in mind. German soldiers are in grey coats, and in khaki are the British soldiers. Now after introducing each other, एक दूसरे को introduce करने के बाद, after introducing each other, they also talk more about their hobbies. Hobbies के बारे में भी वो बात किए. तो what was the hobbies? First, Hans Wolf told him that he know a lot of things about the Dorset. जो जिम मैकपर्सन है उनसे Hans Wolf बताते हैं, I know many things. I love Dorset, but while conversation or while talking, Jim writes to her wife that he had never visited the Dorset. Hans Wolf जो है, although he said that he loved the Dorset, उनको Dorset पसंद था, but with conversation with the Tom, it was clear that he had never gone to Dorset. वो Dorset कभी गए नहीं थे. He knew about the Dorset through the books. He had read about the Dorset in the books, students. If a question comes, then how did he know about the Dorset? वो Dorset के बारे में कैसे जानते थे? Then you can say that he knew about the Dorset because he had read about it in the books. वो book में इसके बारे में पढ़े थे. So now let's Jim also Hans Wolf also tell about his hobbies. He tells him that his favorite author is Thomas Hardy. You can keep this word in mind. Thomas Hardy is one of the famous author of the England, you can say. So Hans Wolf tells the Jim McPherson that Thomas Hardy is my favorite author, and the book, or no, rather novel, which name is Far from the Madding Crowd. Far from the Madding Crowd. This is the name of the novel, students, written by Thomas Hardy. Hans Wolf के जो फेवरेट जो ऑथर होते हैं वो थॉमस हार्डी होते हैं, जो ब्रिटिश ऑथर हैं, एंड उनके द्वारा जो बुक लिखी गई है, विच नेम नोवेल, नॉट बुक, नोवेल, फार फ्रॉम द मैडिंग क्राउड. This novel is his favorite novel, students, and they also talk about novel's character. So let me also tell you about the novel's character. The first famous character of this novel is Bathsheba. You can note it down. Bathsheba is not something, it's a name of one of the characters of this novel. Far from the Madding Crowd में जो characters हैं, she is the actress. बाथशेबा जो है वो एक्ट्रेस होती है इस नोवेल की. Then there is a Gabriel Oak. Gabriel Oak. Oak, students, don't be confused. It is not a tree name. Tree का name नहीं है. Gabriel Oak is also one of the characters. ये जो है characters हैं, which are the part of the this novel. Let's talk about the third character. Third character is Sergeant Troy. You can note it down because if you read the book, it will be not possible for you to understand it. So you can note it down simply. Sergeant Troy is the third character, and these are the few important characters of this novel, students. First is Bathsheba, actress Gabrielle Oak, and the Sergeant Troy. These are three important characters of this novel, Far from the Madding Ground. So in this point, students, Hans Wolf and Jim McPherson introduce each other. They first talk about who they were before joining the army, and they talk about their hobbies. So particularly Hans Wolf, he said to Jim McPherson that his favorite author is Thomas Hardy. His novel Far from Madding Crowd is his favorite novel, and they talk about its characters. I think, students, we have 5 minutes more. So let's see one more point. That is, a football match is played between the German and British army. This is the small point. Remember, students, we are studying the second part of the story. First part we have finished. We are studying the second part. So next point is football. A football match is played. You know, generally, if you cricket lover or football lover, so you know that Germans are better, uh, no, better football player than the British. British are good in cricket, you know. So when the football match was played between them, so first they make a goalpost of the coats. You know, they had German soldier used gray coats and the British soldiers used khaki. So they made goalpost of the khakis and gray coats. And in winner of the match was the German students. They won the football match 2-1. Germans won this match by 2-1. So British army lost this match. But one important thing, the Jim McPherson and the Hans Wolf discussed, students. They shared the idea that this is what and this is how a war should be resolved. उनको लगा कि ये सबसे अच्छा तरीका है एक वॉर को खत्म करने का, because in wars many people are died, many people are killed, many women become widow, many चिल्ड्रेन बिकम ऑर्फिन, बहुत बच्चे अनाथ हो जाते हैं, कई महिलाएं विधवा हो जाती हैं इन वॉर. बट इफ वी try to resolve the any war through the game of football or any game, no woman would be widowed, no children will be orphans, and no man will no lose his life. कोई भी आदमी जो है अपनी जिंदगी नहीं खोएगा, कोई बच्चे अनाथ नहीं होंगे, और कोई औरत जो है विधवा नहीं होगी. So they thought that this is the best way to resolve a war. So students, I think it's enough for today. Remaining story or part of the story I will finish in the next class. So now you can, if you want to ask question, you can ask any question.